morning, everyone. This is Elaine from ANANABELLA'S. Welcome back to Flosstube number 56. I'm so happy that you're here. If you are a new viewer, welcome to my channel. I hope that you like what you see and that you will subscribe above, ring the bell, share it with your friends, and come back every Tuesday and every Friday for more videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back week after week and choosing to spend a little bit of time with me on Fridays and now a little bit of time on Tuesdays. I really appreciate it. You are all wonderful and so important to me. So thank you so much. I hope you had a wonderful week. I had a pretty good week. I spent, we went out to brunch with Andrew and Jamie and Hope and baby Colton on Saturday or Sunday. And they are just so sweet. Hope is a lot of fun. She still talks like Minnie Mouse, my husband says. She's got that really high-pitched voice and talks like that, but she is just precious. And Colton, I call him my little basketball. He's just very compact and he's just a little tiny ball, very tight and just lovable. And he just turned 7 months old on the 9th. So he's just growing up very, very quickly. He's trying to stand. He might be like his daddy. Andrew never crawled. He went straight to, scooting to walking at 10 months. So we'll see if Colton does the same thing. And then on Wednesday, I babysat baby Kobe, which I try to do every Wednesday, and that was nice. I laid him on the floor and we had some tummy time, and I'm trying to teach him how to roll over, and he's just so cute. He's just almost there, just, maybe another week or so, and he should be able to flip over. But the thing is, he's just 4 months old, like just 4 months old. So, that's pretty early, but he is a bruiser. he's a big boy, and he's the love of our life. So it was fun to spend time with him. And of course, I see Charlene almost every day because we're designing together for ANANABELLA'S needle art. So that's always fun to see my daughter. And then night before last, we went out to dinner with my cousin John and his girlfriend Dina, and just always have so much fun with them. I literally laughed until I cried, so it was great. I didn't do the sit and stitching on Tuesday because I very, very rarely get migraine headaches. I think I've had 3 in my life, and I got one, which was not fun. So a dark room and some quiet and no noise is the only remedy for that for me. So I apologize, but we will resume this Tuesday. And if you'd like to join us, we did start out with the theme of stitching Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais from With Thy Needle and Thread. However, a lot of girls and ladies that join us stitch whatever they'd like. So don't feel like you have to stitch Winter Rose Manor to hop on with us and spend some time with some stitchy friends. We'd love to have you. Just send me an email, link is below, and I will send you out the invite to the Zoom meeting. Those usually go out on Sunday or Monday. So we'd love to have you. Let's see, sip of coffee. This weekend, gonna finish up those St. Patrick's Day models, and I might go ahead and do a video as I'm finishing them so that, you guys can see how I finish, my pillows. So I might do that. I don't know if I'll have time. It just depends, and I don't know how my lighting will be at the house, so don't hold me to that. If I don't do the tutorial for the finishing pillows with our St. Patrick's trio, I'll do it separately, following very soon. We're going to Miami on Sunday. My sister got me the Monet immersion experience for Christmas, and I am a big Impressionist art lover, and Monet happens to be one of my favorite artists. So my husband and I are going to shoot on down to Miami and spend some time down there on Sunday. And I actually grew up for many years in Miami when my mom and my dad were both alive. So Miami Beach used to be my old stomping ground. So I don't know if I'm up to it emotionally. We might go by my old house. Brings back a lot of memories. So I don't know. We'll see how I feel. It's really funny because when I go to Buffalo, which is where they're interned, and I go to the cemetery, I don't feel close to them. I just don't get that feeling. But when we go to Miami, before we even hit the Miami Beach area, I can feel the hair on the back of my neck stand up. So just, the emotions are very, very strong for me. So you can see I get emotional just thinking about it. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go by the old house. We'll see. I don't know, we'll see. But we'll go ahead and maybe have lunch down there and celebrate, you know, Valentine's Day. And early Valentine's Day. And then we'll have to rush back up here to West Palm because it's Super Bowl Sunday and we're having company, and it'll be just a great busy weekend ahead, because I'm going to also babysit the kids tomorrow, Hope and Colton. So, you know, busy grandma. I love it. And then in between all of that, it's time to start decorating for Easter. As soon as Valentine's Day ends, I like to get my house decorated for Easter, and I want to get this all switched out from Valentine's Day and get some Easter things and spring things up. So that's it. Those are my plans. Let's see. Let's talk about cross stitch a little bit now. Grab a cup of coffee. You know, I've got a lot of news to share with you, a lot of updates, not a lot of new store haul at all, and I don't have anything new to show you on a personal level because I'm still stitching our St. Patrick's trio, so I haven't really been able to work on anything else. You know, it's just been, I've been very slow to get the St. Patrick's Day trio done, so oh God, it's just taken forever. So I will have that done today, and hopefully get that finished over the weekend, filmed and live to purchase early next week. Okay, so moving on to cross stitch. Good news, if you aren't an Etsy shopper, if you don't go to Etsy to shop for your cross stitch patterns, Hoffman's Distributing and Yarn Tree now carry Anabella's needle art. So feel free to put a shout out to your local needlework shop. They probably order from Hoffman's and Yarn Tree at some point, so they can certainly go on, you know, when they place their order, if they're interested in our designs, and get those for you. So we're excited about that. And we have two other distributors that are, we're moving through the application process. So we should have 4 top distributors putting out our stuff. So it's fun. Let's see what else. Cross Stitch School begins in March. We're just finishing up some of the, you know, design work for that. And I'm going to start filming as soon as, I think right after not St. Patrick's Day, right after next week is when I'm going to start filming. So it's going to be a 6-week course. So I've got 6 videos I need to put together and put out to you. So we're finishing that up, and that's going to be fun. And Cross Stitch School is really just for anybody that's interested in cross stitch, that maybe wants to, you know, watch a little tutorial on something that either adds to their own knowledge base, or if they're new to cross stitch, a way to really get started in this wonderful, wonderful hobby that we all love so much. So I'll do that. And then there'll be some tutorials in it too, which will be fun. Then Christmas cross stitch week, that's something we do here at ANANABELLA'S. So we do that the 3rd week of every month for 1 full week. We put aside all of the things we're working on, and we really focus strictly on just our Christmas whips. So you can stitch 1 whip, you can stitch every whip you have Christmas related during that solid week of stitching. And then come June or so, we should have quite a dent put into those Christmas whips and maybe some finishes. And then when the designers come out in June or July with 2022's Christmas designs, you'll have another 6 months to stitch up something that you might see that you know you love. So that's the whole purpose of Christmas Cross Stitch Week. And if you join us, please do use the hashtag. It's up on the screen above you. Please use that hashtag so that we can see your work. We'd love to see how you're coming along on your whips. It's a nice break, right? So we'll do that. Our autumn retreat, our first annual autumn retreat, is going to be in Nashville. Nashville. See, I got Nashville on the brain subconsciously. Asheville. I really have Nashville on the brain, but Asheville will be our first autumn retreat, and that is going to be November 4th through 7th. I've signed the contract with the hotel, so there's no going back now. It's a go. Just wait, have one more email out to one of the designers that I'm trying to secure, and if I can't secure her, I'll be reaching out to some other designers. So we hope to have a final answer in the next day or so. And it's going to be great. I just can't wait. You can expect that registration will start right after I get back from Nashville. I can't handle all of that right now. I got to do one major thing at a time. So let me get through Nashville. Nashville market. And then as soon as I get back, we're going to put the finishing touches on the retreat, and then registration information will go out. So if you want to at least get the information, there is a subscribe button below. You can go ahead and subscribe to our email, which will be strictly autumn retreat related. And you'll just get an email and you can decide whether you want to register or not. So, but we'll talk more about that after I get back from Nashville. Tuesday tidbits. We had fun this past Tuesday. We do these every Tuesday now. They are just quick 10 to 20 minute tidbits that are, you know, either cross stitch related or a cross stitch hack that I've picked up over the many decades that I've been cross stitching that I think you might like, that I share with you. They're nothing fancy. They're certainly not long, but they're just something, you know, to maybe tickle your brain and say, oh, let me try that next time I'm, you know, working on something. Last week we talked about how to secure your fabric. So, you know, just a real quick, I think it was it was like 10, 12 minutes. So, you know, if you're interested in subscribing to my channel, you'll get notification about Tuesday tidbits and you can either watch or not. All right, now I'm going to show you some new arrivals and then we'll talk about Nashville. We got in maybe 6 things this week, so not much. So don't get too excited. I don't have much to share. But I do want to share these because if you are familiar with Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitching, they came out with a really great peppermint lane series around Christmas time this past year. And they released the first 3 charts. So we now got in 4, 5, and 6. So let me show you these. This is the 4th chart now in the House on Peppermint Lane series. It is called Tea House. And it is so adorable. So Tea House is now available by Pansy Patch. She's put out some beautiful, beautiful designs. So, you know, that is one series, but if you go into the Etsy shop and you just type in Pansy Patch, all of her designs will come up that we carry or that are in stock. Okay, this is chart number 5 in the series. This is called Cranberry House. This is probably my favorite. I really like this. So that's Cranberry House. And then number 6 in the series is Pinwheel House. So now there's 6 releases so far. And that is Pinwheel House. And then Puntini came out with her Easter trio. It is just adorable. It does come with these teeny little buttons. There's an egg and a carrot. And this is her Easter trio. So how cute is that? Just all the fun spring colors. So you can look at that if you'd like. And I'm looking forward to seeing her again in Nashville. She's a really, really sweet lady. And then Stony Creek came out with a banner series. This is new to Stony Creek. So there are 4 new releases in their new banner series. The first one is Winter. So this is Winter Banner. Isn't he cute? Love the cardinal. Then we have Spring Banner. Summer Banner. Look at the frog. It's so funny. I love the little caterpillar with this little sun hat on. And then, of course, my favorite time of year, coming up soon, quicker than we can imagine, is Autumn Banner. I don't know, there's just something about stitching autumn that just appeals to me. That and Patriotic, I think, are my 2 favorites. Okay, so that's it, ladies. We just didn't get a lot in, and there's not a lot of new releases, like I said, coming into the store because all the designers are, you know, holding those all close to their chest and releasing them for Nashville. Now, let's go ahead and segue right into Nashville Market so I can give you a little bit of information, something I've picked up this week. What we're doing for Nashville Market is we're taking pre-orders, which means that you can now go on to ANANABELLA'S website and under Nashville Market, shop to your heart's content. All of the pre-orders, and I will have a cutoff date. I am going to cut it off before, you know, I head up there or as soon as I arrive, because I have to have a total in order to then go into the booths for all the 130 designers, 131 designers, and go ahead and purchase what you've selected. So I don't know, you know, there's some folks this year here are taking pre-orders, some aren't. I watched Christine at Hollis Hands Create. She's a fellow shop owner that I just love her shop. And she's not taking pre-orders this year. So it just depends. You know, some shops will take them, some shops won't. I'm going to take them. But I learned that it's like a cash and carry show. So remembering that my frame of reference was Needlework Expo, where it was all virtual and then things were shipped, I'm now on the hunt for many large suitcases so that I can put everything in the suitcases and bring them all back with me. So I'm sending Terry out to the storage unit. Oh, I'm dreading this. Sending him to the storage unit to get the large suitcase we have. But here's the thing. I send Terry to storage and things disappear or they can't be found. So, you know, say a prayer for me that I don't have to go to Home Goods and buy a suitcase. So, oh, I hate sending him there. So I'm going to take the pre-orders and I think we have close to 100 right now. At the end of this video today, there's a little surprise for you. I have done a video of all the pre-orders that are now available by designer. And some of them are out of order, but for the most part, I'm keeping them together. So when we get to the end of the video today, don't sign off, just hold on a second. It'll, you know, transition into our Nashville needlework preview. And you'll be able to look at all of the new items that we have that have been released so far to shop owners. Now, what I'm going to do is every day or every, you know, couple days when they release things, I'm going to put those new releases at the beginning of the video so that next week or whenever you want, when you want to go back and look at the video again, and it'll be on every Flosstube moving forward, and then I'll just do one solid Nashville video. You won't have to go all the way to the end before you can see the new items. I'm going to keep those right at the front. So if something comes out today, tomorrow you can come back to this video, watch Nashville again, and you'll find it right at the very beginning. So it's going to be a fluid, you know, video that is constantly added to right up until the designers stop sending out their releases. So it's very exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun. One of my stitchy friends and I are going to have a little conference call tonight. I'm going to see if maybe I can get her to come to Nashville to kind of help me and be my rock. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it though. I don't think they let you bring a guest, but you know, it's worth talking about. Okay, so that's it. Not much to share. I do want to just mention something that I forgot to mention at the beginning, and that's kind of, you know, what our philosophy here is at ANANABELLA'S. And this is a repeat for my current subscribers, but it might be new if you're new to my channel. So my philosophy as a cross stitcher and paper crafter and quilter is that it's okay to be perfectly imperfect. And what I mean by that is that whether you're stitching or making a card or, you know, putting a border on a quilt, you know, if you make a mistake, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't give up. You know, just go ahead and make it your own. You know, we know when we have to frog stitching as cross stitchers, but if you miss a stitch, you know, it's okay if you just go ahead and, you know, skip that. And it's okay if the back of your work isn't perfect. You're stitching and sewing and paper crafting because you love it. And I think that as soon as we get really hard on ourselves about being perfect, you know, we kind of lose the joy that comes with our hobbies. So our hashtag, which is widely used, is perfectly imperfect. We certainly didn't coin that. Because that's what I really believe, that, you know, be gentle with yourself. It's okay to be perfectly imperfect. It's just perfectly fine. So I just wanted to share that with you. So last week, every week we do here at ANABELLA'S do a giveaway if you're new. And the giveaway is just a little bit of happy mail that I put together for you and send. And the happy mail isn't, you know, like other channels where I, you know, hold up a chart and say, you know, 1, 2, or 3. What I prefer to do, which seems to be widely appreciated, is I go through the shop and I kind of shop for you. I pick out a pattern and maybe some other goodies that I put into a little envelope and send to you as a surprise. So far I haven't had anyone come back and say, oh, I already have that, I don't want it. Most people are happy to get a little bit of happy mail, and they like to be surprised just like I do. I love getting happy mail. And I love when I get little thank you notes in the mail and, you know, things of that sort. It just kind of makes my day. So that's why we do it that way. And every week I pick 6 to 8 viewers who have subscribed to my channel, liked my video, and left a comment. So if you did last week, which was Flosstube number 55, you answered the question, where do you shop for your finishing supplies? And most of us, I think, all kind of shop at the same places. Hobby Lobby came out as a big number one, you know, followed by Michael's and Joann's and Dollar Tree. And then some folks, you know, actually gave me some thoughts that I never even thought of. They go to the Goodwill, they go to the dollar, they go to a different type of dollar store. So it was kind of neat to see where everybody shops for their items. And a lot of folks shop on Etsy, you know, for their finishing supplies. So go back and read the comments. You might find a little idea of where you can get your finishing supplies that you haven't thought of before. So last week's winners need to, of course, have commented specifically on the question. And you do have to comment on the question, not just, you know, hi. But comment on the question, like and subscribe to the channel, and be over 18 so that I can ask for your mailing address. And the winners are NanaLand55, Pam Herron, Beth Salisbury, Deb Neal, Gwen K, and Wendy Nickel. So congratulations, ladies. Send your address to info@anabellas.net, and I will get some happy mail right out to you. And all the happy mail is out except last week's. That'll go out today. It is, did it go out? I don't know if it went out. I think it all went out. Yes, it did all go out. I know what I have to do today. I have to send out our last Fancy Floss Club order. It's sitting on my desk. I'm gonna do that right now. So happy mail will go out as soon as I get your address. So this week, why don't we talk a little bit about Valentine's Day? I got my Valentine on. And why don't you share what your favorite Valentine's tradition is? You know, do you like to make cookies and cupcakes? Do you watch romantic movies, Hallmark Channel? Do you have a nice dinner, whether you cook it at home or do you go out? Do you enjoy making Valentine's cards? Do you have kids? You know, that kind of brings a smile to my face. That's one of my happiest memories of my mom. When I think about anything in my life, I think before mommy died and then after mommy died. So my before mommy died memory would be, you know, being in elementary school. I went to Treasure Island Elementary School in Miami Beach. And I remember we always had a brown paper bag. And I remember coming home from school on Valentine's Day, multiple years when she was alive, and coming into the kitchen, and she always made brownies with walnuts, and she always put milk chocolate frosting on them. And I would come home and sit down at the kitchen table. I get a lump in my throat thinking about her. It's crazy after all these years. I mean, I'm going to be, you know what, and you know, she died when I was 12, so a long time. And I would come home and sit at the kitchen table, and there'd be brownies there and a big cold glass of milk, you know, whole milk, not the skim milk stuff we drink these days. And, you know, I would go through my Valentines with her. And I just remember, I can literally smell the kitchen right now, and I can remember opening up all those little Valentines. And back then, I think we had like 20 or 30 kids in the class, and everybody had to give everybody a Valentine. So nobody got just one or two. You know, the kids that got teased on, which I was a bullied child, so unfortunately. So the kids that were bullied like I was, or teased, you know, in our school, they weren't left out. Everyone got as many Valentines as there were children in the class, or they couldn't participate. So I would come home all happy and, Mommy, look at, everybody likes me and everybody gave me a Valentine. And she would sit with me and we would go through them and we would talk. And it was great. You know, it was really, really neat. And I miss that because I would love to have her around now to talk too, especially with all these grandbabies. It's tough. So enough of my emotions today, right? Ugh. So tell me, that's what I want to know. Tell me what your either favorite Valentine tradition is, or what is your favorite Valentine memory? You know, I'm not going to be picky. Just share what you'd like. We'd all love to see, and we'd all love to hear about the things that make you happy on Valentine's Day. So I hope that my family, my entire family, appreciates you. And I hope that you know that. I hope you know how much it means to me and to my family that you support our family-owned and operated business, which is very much family-owned and operated. You know, I couldn't do it without my girls, and I couldn't do it without Terry's support. And I certainly couldn't do it without all of you. So from my family to yours, I hope that this week you get to enjoy Valentine's Day. You get to cross stitch or sew or quilt or paper craft and do all the things you love with the people you love the most. So until Tuesday or next Friday, stay well, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you then. Bye.